to The Men Who Chase Geese. And say their intro too soon.
I'm a little sleepy. Anyway, today we're doing an arc, which is weird because it's kind of a part of it's a prequel,
and then
part
sequel.
of it's the ending, and the middle you've already seen. So it's Clone Cadets and ARC Troopers. Now, officially, if you do it correctly, it should be Clone Cadets right now.
Then
rookies from season 1.
On the moon base.
On the moon base guys. And then you come back for ARC Troopers,
where they defend their home,
which is 3. Now, in Clone Cadets, you see the beginning of Domino Squad, which is what you see in Rookies. In Clone Cadets, there are 5 of them. By the time you get to Rookies, there's only 3 of them. By the time they come back for ARC Troopers, there's only 2 of them. So there we go. And it's called Domino Squad. That's the squad.
Because they get knocked over like dominoes.
Oh! No, I just think there's attrition rate that's going to happen. Anyway, so let me get to my talking point, shall I? The Clone Cadets, this arc, is basically to try to show you, the clones in their life, and it's kind of the same in it, but more intense maybe, where it shows you, the humanity they had, how they are. They really are people. And in Clone Cadets, you see the beginning of Domino Squad, the classic. They fight with each other. They don't like each other. They hate each other. It's all a mess. They're all from themselves. It doesn't work. But over time in the show, they discover their humanity and that they are people and that they grow, because people can grow. See, if you think of yourself as a clone, excuse me, you can't grow. You are what you are. But if you're a person, an individual with thoughts and feelings and a soul, then you can grow. And that's a mentality that they don't have initially. And one of the clones there, 99, which is one of the ones that didn't make it, who was born with defects in his face and his body. So he can't. So they end up doing cleanup and other kind of sanitation work, other kind of menial tasks. He 99 is the one who helps convince them, or at least one of them, especially Heavy, who's one of the guys who wants to go AWOL. That you're a person, you understand that you can grow, you can be better than what you think you are. You're not just a mindless thing. And once they understand that, and they grow and understand it, they become better, and they become a very good squad. And I liked it. Now, I didn't love it, but I liked it. And then you should go back again. You watch Rookies, and then you finish ARC Troopers. ARC Troopers was when there's only 2 of them left, and it's a really good fight. It's a really well done fight. I liked it a lot. You have Anakin, you got Kenobi, you have one other Jedi who I can't remember. She's in there too. They hear that that they're going to be invaded, that Kamino is going to be attacked, and the 501st, the best unit they have, is shipped back to help defend it. And it's a big fight. The robots squids that they use are almost exactly like, and move the way, if you go back to see the original 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, back in the 50s, 57, 53, whatever it was, it's a carbon copy, so they're using that definitely as their method. It's good. It's got a really good fight, and again, you see the clones and how they are, and this one 99 dies, trying to be a hero, but he tries to help, and he's been helpful, and they recognize it. The other clones recognize that he's one of them. He's not just because they're all brothers, and they get that they're brothers. And when they talk later on to the ARC Troopers, they say, we're first and foremost, we're brothers. That's more anything else. That's it. We fight as a unit. We're one, and that's the difference, and that's why they're successful. You do have a Kenobi Grievous fight. It's brief, but it's there. There's some weird. Ventress does some weird sexual things in this thing, which is very weird. She never does any other part of the show. She kisses this guy. She kills him. She kind of strokes Grievous's face. It's very weird.
They weren't sure whether or not to keep her with that character. They were like, nah, never mind. That was too weird.
It was kind of odd. Anyway, I'm sorry. I am very sleepy, and this is how it is. He kept me up. He's giving me all kind of problems. Anyway, so yes, I liked it a lot. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. If it was just ARC Troopers, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 5. Because I thought that last show was really well done. The other ones are kind of slower paced, and because you try to understand who they are, and it makes sense. But it's not always the best thing to always want to watch, but it's useful. But yeah, I give the whole thing a 4 out of 5. It was very well done. Again, it does tell you a lot about the clones, and that's important. So there you go. I'm good.
Yep. I really enjoyed how they were showing the clones and the fact that they weren't just rubber stamped. They're not just processed out by the hundreds with all the same mentality like droids are. With droids, you have, your Roger Roger, you have your command set, you have like your little built-in sarcasm quips. But at the end of the day, they're all the same droid. And with clones, with their multiple defects, then you have these people that they don't agree with each other. They do things to sabotage each other. They occasionally disagree with orders. And at this cadet level stage, when they're their own person and they don't listen to order, that's when you can see all these different personalities and variant personalities. And then on the other hand, you would see someone in 99's case who is this defective and crippled and unfortunate. They don't have the formula perfect down. They don't have it exactly droid on droid. Occasionally everything slips by, and there's one or two that will eventually defect.
Well, they mentioned that because they only have the one to draw DNA from,
and now he's no longer there.
It's getting thinner and thinner.
Right. So there will be more and more
problems. So that's the thing. That doesn't quite make sense to me, but I get what it. I mean, copies generally will have anomalies if you make enough copies, but if it's a copy of a DNA, so I don't. It's almost like they're saying they put some of his DNA in each person, and they have less and less. Which makes no sense.
You'd run out.
So that makes no sense to me.
Maybe
so
like one strand for every 500.
Look, it's a story point. I go with it. It's fine.
And it was good because they showed, in this Spartan-like facility, they don't actually eliminate the problem. In Spartan society, they would, take any crippled or any deformed children, and they would leave them up on the hill, and they would just get killed by wolves, and they'd be like, all right, well, it clearly wasn't a fighter anyway. But with here, they have him sent to Genitor work, and he was happy, and they got to meet all the clones that were actually going off to war, and he never felt like one of them before, and then that's why they had him redeemed in the 3rd episode of the arc, where he's given the chance to, be a fighter, and all of them are happy he did so. And in the end, I really liked it. It was a good arc, and it wasn't actually focused on the Jedi. The Jedi were there just for the sole purpose to protect the homeland that was the clones. And he felt like the clones were, defending their home, defending the only thing that they called their own. Because, they're fighting a Jedi's war. They're fighting for the Jedi. They're fighting for a planet that they're not going to inhabit anymore. But when that comes back to home, when they're on their area that they are, that's the only thing they would return to. So that's it.
That's it.
4 out of 4 clones.
I'm sleepy. I want to know. Alrighty.
Start for season 3.
It is.
You did like this episode.
Take care, people.